And hello, everyone. Welcome to Black Women Speak. I am Giselle Shapiro, founder and CEO of the Black Women Speak movement, the network, the upcoming book, and yes, we are focusing on Black Women Speak book series. I am also senior producer of Black Women Speak Network, and I'm super excited and thrilled to be interviewing Carla Clark today. Carla is a multi-talented woman, and she's a super creative because she's not only a poet, a playwright, a producer, a multi-nominated and two-time award-winning director, actor, filmmaker, mother, grandmother, and cancer survivor. This woman is a powerhouse, living and breathing, and she's one of our proud co-authors in Black Women Speak. How are you today, Carla?
I'm fine, thank you, Giselle. I'm so happy to be with you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. And how are you handling living in the state of our world today?
It's really got me going. I'm going to tell you, to be totally honest, it's got me going pretty good because it's so hard for me to believe that we're at this place at this time right now. You know, it's almost like we've lost 60 or 70 years of progress. And it's really hard for me to accept that. Mm-hmm. You know, even though I see it happening right before my eyes, it's just hard for me to accept it. It really is.
Yeah, I get it, Carla. I really do. And can you please share a little bit with our viewers about your amazing background?
Yeah, well, I don't have any formal education, and I'll have to say that with pride. I know that it's a wonderful thing to be able to boast of BAs and MAs and PhDs and all of that, but I always say that I went to the College of Hard Knocks, and my father was my professor because I never really went through extended education. I do have a high school diploma, but I managed to find my gift about 40 years ago, which was a wonderful thing. And ever since then, I've been working in theater. And like you said before, I graciously hold the titles of filmmaker, producer, playwright, published author, and so much more. And I'm grateful for that, in spite of the fact that I don't have any major degrees.
You know what? You do. You have the degree of life.
Yes, I do.
And I give praise to your daddy, because it's all about the foundation. Okay, yeah. We need to write a book about your daddy, Anyway, let's move on. And anyway, you titled your chapter Overcoming. Why did you give it that title? And tell me a little bit about the details of your story.
Yes, well, I've lived a life that's just been riddled with obstacles and hardships, not so much so financial hardships per se, I ain't rich or nothing, but just life trials and situations that have been extremely hard to navigate and to overcome. Mm-hmm. And that's why I entitled my chapter in the book Overcoming, because I have managed to overcome so much. And I wanted to be able to share that with others, my experiences. So, that's why I did it. And because nobody in this life is immune to the trials and tribulations that come with life. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to present myself as an example of the success, being successful, at that and overcoming some of life's most bitter issues.
Yes. Your story is beautiful and powerful and transformational. I can tell you now that just reading your story, it changed me. It touched me, So
I'm so happy to hear
these
that,
degrees,
Giselle.
You got the highest degree of life, and then you here to share it and help other people, and
Yeah.
You help transform history during the civil rights movement. I remember in one of our conversations, you were talking about that. Can you just share a little bit about that experience?
Yes, and that's the reason why my heart is really sick today with what's going on with so much racism, because I experienced it firsthand.
Mhm.
One of my greatest trials in life came to me at the age of 14 when I was one of seven to integrate schools in the South back in the 60s. And yes, I was privileged to be called pretty much every name in the book. You know, I was spat upon, I was afraid for my life, you know, and there was a reason to run every day, but for some reason, which I now calculate as just a part of my legacy of life's trials, I didn't. I stayed and I persevered.
Mhm.
And today, you know, I am so grateful that I can say that I overcame that hardship. And 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 the gift of that sacrifice that I made was greater than money could buy.
Yep.
So that's one. You know, I don't want to go into it too much because I did go into my own book that I wrote. So I would but it is something that I'm just bitter over right now today, because I never would have believed that so much racism would still exist here in America. It's hard for me. It's really hard. I thought we had overcome. Yeah, I go with overcome again. I thought
Mhm.
that we had really overcome a lot of that. But when I see people and how they're acting and how they're responding to one another and the hate, I'm just hurt.
So am I, but we're here on a mission to bring change, and we're going to change
Yes,
all that. You hear me? The more women
yes,
get the stories out, we will be recognized for who we are, and we will be part of this change for the better, because
yes.
we got children, grandchildren, we got our history, okay? So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
tell me, Carla, what do you want the readers to learn from your story?
Well, I would love for them to realize that, number one, there is a supreme being
Mhm.
and a divine comforter and healer.
Yes.
And that we are all born with a purpose.
Mhm.
And if we can find that purpose in
Mhm.
life,
Mhm.
that it will bring so much happiness to you that you just will be, it's almost impossible to explain it.
Yes.
And and with all of the things that I faced in life and the hardships and the trials, I I um I just would hope that they won't allow the trouble in their lives to overtake them, that they will realize that everything can be overcome
Yes.
with through prayer and faith.
Yes. That's the one thing I did learn from your
Mm-hmm.
story, the power of faith and
Mm-hmm.
prayer. God love you. And tell me, what pulls at your heartstrings given the current state of our country?
Um, you know, when I think about it, Giselle, I say uh, I was able to realize some time ago that we're all alike. We're all the same. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're humans. And it seems that it's impossible for us people to accept the fact that we are all just humans.
Mm-hmm.
And if we could just look at our differences as being interesting
Mm-hmm.
instead of inferior or, you know, some other wild explanation that people tend to give
Right.
for not liking this person or that, you know, and or whatever, or the reason why you don't do this or you to do that. If we just realize that we've been given this gift of life and this beautiful planet to live on, that we're messing up every day with all of the things that we do to harm it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that this is where we were given to live and enjoy. And
Yes.
if we don't mind sharing it with one another, we would all be so much happier, and we could live on this planet in peace and harmony and love. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, it's a far cry, it's far-fetched. It's almost like a dream deferred. I don't know. I
We're
don't
going
know.
to be part of making that dream
I don't
alive. I
know.
swear, before I leave this earth, I'm going to have to play a part in making things better.
Well,
And you coming with me.
you're making a good start with this book,
Thank you.
and you're making a good start with, allowing women and women like me to be able to express, our feelings and express some of the things that we feel might be able to benefit others.
Absolutely. And it's my pleasure, Carla, to be a part of, this mission and empowering women, powerful women such as yourself, because we learn from others, and when women
Absolutely.
look at you and your story, they will have an unwavering belief and they can overcome because of your overcoming. Okay?
Well, I that's my objective.
Absolutely.
Giselle, that is my objective, and I think that you and Dr. Anita are just fantastic. I think I reached out to you a while back when I had it up on my heart to express what my life had been and the trials that I had gone through. But I especially appreciate you reaching back out to me at this particular time with the work that you and Dr. Anita are both trying to do to empower women, as so, it's just a wonderful thing, because especially Black women, we just put ourselves on the back burner a lot of time. We just stay in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are bringing us to the forefront, and I appreciate that. I appreciate this opportunity.
It's my pleasure, girl. Anyway, tell me, what are your thoughts on racism and being a Black woman and making her voice heard and being recognized and appreciated and adored and respected?
Well, hey, like I just mentioned to you before, racism to me is a whole nother different animal than it is to most people. Having gone through what I've gone through as a child, I even went through a personality change. I was a guinea pig, when I went through that horrific ordeal back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And but today I think that as a Black woman, I can consider myself as arrived, or I've overcome. And it's no better name for my chapter for me. I have overcome so much in this life that it would be a sin for me not to share it with others, so to make their life easier, so to make their journey a little more palatable, so that you can understand. There's people like me who have walked that road. I walked a lot of different roads.
Yeah, you come from the South.
I can tell you, honey. It's not an easy trek. So if I could say something or give you information that'll help you along the way, then that's what I'm all about.
Yes, and we are truly stronger together. That synergy when women come together, especially Black women come together,
Mm-hmm.
we can move mountains. And that's what we're here to do. And do you believe the world needs more Black women to share their stories, and why?
Oh, most definitely. I think that Black women have been the backbone of the Black family and many other families and family structures since we were brought to this country. I can go all the way back, through my lineage. My mother, I went with my mother to clean up, the white people's houses. My mother taught me how to do it, just in case I would have to. And thank God I didn't. But she taught me, because she took me with her. And we therefore, I feel that we therefore are the ultimate mothers, sisters, and we have to tell our stories. We need to. And people will not know how much is needed until they read this book. I'll just put it to you like that.
Absolutely.
Then when they read this book, then they'll they'll recognize just how much they needed this information,
Absolutely.
just how much it's going to mean to them from time to time down through their life, just how much they can share with others who don't know. Well, I got this book. You need to read this. Read this. They'll find that there's a lot of knowledge to be gained just by listening to what other women have gone through in their lives, what other women have to share with you that might help you along the way.
Absolutely. We are sisters together. We are helping each other grow stronger and to live our best lives, because this life is so short. And
yes,
when you find your purpose and your passion, you will be empowered and have that courage and be subjected to being vulnerable and sharing your truth. There is so much joy in that feeling, because I have it now. I speak my truth. I'm bringing my sisters, and I'm proud to do it. And I'm proud to share your story, Sister Carla, and the stories of 13 other women in this book, Black Women Speak. It's time we tell our stories. Come on board. Purchase the book.
I just have one more thing to say.
Oh, go ahead.
For the most part, I have to say we have been silent.
Yes.
And so now it's time. It's a perfect time for us to speak. And I just sincerely want to thank you one more time for this opportunity to lift my voice. I appreciate it so much, Giselle. And thank you to Dr. Anita as well.
Definitely.
She's been very, very helpful.
Absolutely. She's helped us. Yes.
I just hope that it'll help somebody. If I can just help one person.
Exactly.
Then I'm good.
Absolutely. Me too, sister. I'll tell you, and I'm just super grateful, and I thank you so much for your time with us today, Carla. It has been an honor and a pleasure to interview you and to include you in the Powerful Women in Black Women Speak. I am Giselle Shapiro. I'm excited to share Carla's story in the book. Now, you can order your copy now on the website, www.blackwomenspeakthebook.com. Order a copy for yourself and order a copy for that sister friend who you care about and you want to help change her life, because this book will do just that. Thank you so much again. God bless. Until next time, Black Women Speak. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.